Uh, I'll get you there when the time comes.
All right.
Right now, it's a very boring white thing. Y'all can move around. Oh, I got to shrink the size of your stuff. Hold up. I don't want those giant things at the bottom. Where is it? I got to find my settings. Paul, save, background.
Cause Veer and Tabith cannot see.
He can see you.
I can see.
No, they can't see. Look, how far away from yourself can you see?
They
60
all
feet.
got dark vision except for everyone's got dark vision except for Tyler.
Me, yeah,
Oh,
because I can't see right now.
Oh, I
You
can
should be
see
able to
like
see. You just can't see other people till they get closer.
I can see
Oh
Tyler's
wait, there
light
I am.
radius.
There Yeah. Is this Mark right here? I can't
That's
remember.
me.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, here we go. Avatar size. Let's go names only. Location. Show at the
Teleports
bottom.
behind you.
All right, cool.
Wait. So you guys can all see way more than me?
They can.
Teleports
Okay.
behind you.
They don't need light. They can see in the dark, and they can see. You've got 20-foot bright and 20-foot dim, for a total of a 40-foot radius.
Okay.
They have 60-foot, and there's no dim. It's just 60-foot around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
So we're cool.
Because dark vision's cool.
it is. It is.
Yeah.
I feel bad because his lamp's almost being put to waste except for him.
Everything is. It's either dim light is bright light, no light is dim light, technically. But we can't see color. Unlike you. You can see color in your 40-meter radius, or your 40-foot radius. Because you have actual light. We can't.
I see.
Everyone's got a new toy.
So what? Now we don't have to use like the commands.
We're
in
gonna
the
try
spell?
and ditch the commands. I mean, they don't. This doesn't keep track of everything the commands did, but the commands are a pain in the ass. So,
Okay.
we're gonna try it this way. I think, like I was saying right before you got on, I think this is kind of the best of both worlds.
Okay.
Because to be honest, when I would do this, I would like have to remember all the commands for Roll20, as opposed to the commands for Avery, whatever.
Mhm.
And there's more commands with Avery, but it remembers a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try this. So, um, Jason, I said if you ever wanted to change one of your spells, one of your first level spells, to a from a distance spell to a short range spell, you can do that because you're learning.
I think I'm good for now.
Good, it is. All right, so you guys were in the village of Kresk, and if memory serves, you got there, you got in. It was getting fairly late at night. I think you found out that the Burgermeister of Kresk, his son had died within the last 7 days, so they were kind of still in mourning over that.
It sucks to be them, man.
They also told you some information about the abbot who lives here or lives in the abbey near here, right? Do you have the map? You do have the map of Crest. Did I pin this? I did pin this. So, it's fairly late, so I think you were all going to go to bed. They set you up with a place, and because you're with Arena as well, right?
Right. That's the only reason we're allowed here.
Yep. So they set you up with a place, and if you haven't taken a long rest, take a long rest. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So it's um we're gonna say it's morning, and you know, early on, you hear some excitement from the town. Like there's a bunch of people outside and milling about, and you hear a lot of raised, happy voices, which is kind of unusual for um, since you've been here, right?
Yeah. I mean, considering people are dying.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you go outside and investigate? Do you go get your morning breakfast and coffee? What are you guys up to?
Let's start by going outside.
Okay.
Yeah, why
Oh,
not?
no. Sorry. I
So
mean,
you go
personally,
outside and you hear people milling about, and Arena, she gets up as well. And you hear that the Burgermeister's son was raised from the dead overnight.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, excuse me?
He was
uh,
raised from the dead.
Sounds
By
like they got.
whom?
Sounds like they have a cleric,
Can
or
clerics
not.
raise the dead?
I'm
I thought it was
sorry?
more
Yes.
of I thought that was a necromancer
Isn't
thing.
that
Yes.
isn't that like their primary function?
I thought that's what
Yes.
necromancers did.
They
No.
necromancers
they
turn the dead into zombies or vampires.
necromancers reanimate. They make things, moving, not necessarily alive.
Oh, that's fair.
Clerics are the main reason you don't die. They raise dead.
Clerics are clerics are good necromancers. They
Actually,
keep
go
they
ahead.
keep the thing alive.
Actually, one thing that's different in 5e that I found out now that I have one of my characters as a cleric is they actually have a junior raise dead spell that is called whatever it's called. My cleric has it. I gotta look it up.
Uh, yeah,
But
I'll look it
but
up.
but
I ain't got
basically,
anything
you
else.
can raise dead as long as the guy hasn't been dead for more than a minute. It's and then raise dead is um the more standard one, and then usually there's resurrection, which puts body parts back together and such. What's the word
Well,
I'm looking for? It's uh revivify.
yeah.
Touch a creature that's died in the last minute, and the creature returns to life with 1 hit point. It is a 3rd level cleric spell.
Ooh.
There you go.
Well,
So
then
okay, there's a lot of excitement over at the Burgermeister's house.
that is good to
So
hear.
Arena,
Assuming that there is no caveat.
sure. So, um, Arena wants to go and talk to the Burgermeister and find out about this, all that kind of good stuff. So they she heads off to the Burgermeister to see what's going on. I presume you guys follow.
Of course.
Mhm.
So the Burgermeister sees you all, and his son is there and says, you know, welcome, welcome. You know, um the abbot knocked on my door during the overnight, and he said he wanted to raise my son from the dead, and he did. I must have misjudged him. I never I never thought he would do such a thing, or what have you.
Huh.
That's good to hear. How much time did he spend up at his abbey since the last time you saw him beforehand?
We have not seen him for a while. I mean, he does demand tribute in the way of wine, so we do send him wine, and we hear a lot of strange sounds coming from the abbey, laughing and stuff. So we never know what to make of the Abbey. But I mean, he brought my son back from the dead. It's I'm overwhelmed, and the son seems pretty normal. He seems to you know he's still kind of recovering it from it all, but he when he he kind of he seems to repeat himself a lot, but outside of that, he's just kind of very still trying to get used to it. But otherwise, he seems pretty normal.
Well then, good to hear.
Um, you also hear there's a woman giving birth nearby as well. So that's always a great source of happiness in the town as
Fair.
well.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
It's fair enough. So yeah.
Uh,
What do you want to do?
exactly. That was my next question. Well, everyone, what do we want to do?
Let's see. This. I was done and closed the town's map. Uh, well, we came here to deliver the wine first and foremost.
Of course.
That has been done.
So that has been done.
While we're here, we could say hello to what was the person called again? The
Should we try to? Oh yeah, the Abbey. I
the
would say that the Abbey needs an investigation,
the
but
dude from the Abbey. We could say hi to him. But with regard to that's the only thing I think to do right here. But with regard to other things that we should do at one point or another, we could head back to Lake Baratok to meet up with our lion friend,
uh,
as well as we have that graveyard on the other side of the country to investigate.
well,
So
the lion. We have
What was I going to do? I was going.
the lion, the abbot, and a graveyard.
so would you guys what would you guys like to do? Would you rather uh go visit the abbey or head to the lake? Because graveyard's kind of further away, so we probably want to do one of those two things first before we set out for a longer journey.
Personally, I think that the abbot requires some investigation.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, he hasn't been seen in how long, and he's making weird noises and dealing with dead people.
True.
It is quite hard to take any
Hmm.
joyous event like that at face value in this land.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully it's something good that works out. But
Hopefully,
there's no harm in checking though.
nope. I say we go up to the Abbey of Saint Marco.
So
Go,
yeah,
go, yeah.
let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Um.
Decent
As
lengthy
as
road.
um as you're getting ready to go, someone goes up to the burger's master's wife and says, the baby, the new child from the household nearby is going to be born soon. They would like her to go and supervise and be offer prayers for the health of the mother and the child. So the burgermeister's wife says, "Well, if you're going to the abbey, that's actually on the way. Why don't I go with you and we could stop and I'll stop and oversee the child's birth and you can move on to the abbey."
Sounds like a fair plan.
Okay.
We've been escorting people. We've been escorting people and things this entire time. I don't think
There's a
it'll
lot of
be much different.
escorting. Yeah, it won't be much different. So, you 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 head over to the house and as you get to the house, the the mid the midwife comes out of the house and says to the burgermeister's wife, the child has just been born. You can go in and see the mom and the new child. So the burgermeister's wife rushes in. Can you guys make a an insight check, please?
All right.
Ah, my specialty.
There you go.
Insight. I have a +0 on that.
Wait, you
I
said
rolled pretty
a
poorly. I
what
got a
check?
14.
All you
An
gotta do is
insight?
click where it says insight on your character sheet. It's one of your skills.
I'll find it. Don't worry. There it
Oh,
is.
jeez.
It's
No,
okay.
Magic.
it's fine. It's
He's got
fine.
it. He's got it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Mark, how come Tyler's thing rolls twice? You had to fix that, didn't you?
Oh, here's why. Um, just click the box because the thing is, when you click the box, it also opens up the sidebar with the description. But that also happens if you just click the name. So I was clicking the box and then clicking the sidebar with the description.
Yeah, that's what I
Uh,
did.
yeah, don't do that.
So just click it once.
Yeah, just
Alright,
click
and
the
then
box. The
in
description will come up. It's annoying, but just
yeah, wait.
only
So
click the box.
and then in the roll 20, where do I see like where I rolled? It didn't like show up anything.
It's not in D&D Beyond. It's so go over to roll 20
Yeah,
where
that's what
your
I
Wait,
character
mean.
icon
for
is.
dice, you mean?
It's on the right-hand side.
Oh, I see.
If you're not on the chat tab, then change to the chat tab because that's where the rolls go.
Okay.
So yeah, the chat tab is the one
Oh
on
yeah, there it is.
there you
Okay,
go.
yeah. I see it.
So Maddock and Henslin notice that the midwife is very concerned.
Interesting.
Even
Hmm.
though, she says everything's okay, she's kind of concerned and maybe a little sad.
Should we head in?
You can do what
What do
you
you
want,
what do you
sure.
think? Do you think something's wrong?
I don't know. Can we ask the other person
You want to
who's out
ask the
here?
midwife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is something wrong?
She says that child has no soul. It is very sad.
Oh,
Uh, Interesting observation. Could you explain?
She says, I have seen many people born here as a midwife, obviously, and um, you know, many folks seem very solemn and gray and downtrodden, even from birth. only a few who live here seem to have what's the word I could use? A zest for life. The other folks just seem to just play the part.
Hmm.
Um, I've heard rumors that um, people who um, people who die on this plane of existence, their souls are trapped, only to be someday reborn in other bodies. But that's only a rumor I have heard from other learned folk, you know, of the around from around. But I can definitely say that, you know, I mean, this child doesn't even cry when it came out of the womb. It it just seems it's alive, but it's, we'll say, not living, as it were, in the sense of it has no, joy or sense for life.
It's empty.
Yes, and I noticed that a lot of people here dress very dull and dull colors, and there are very few things here that seem to be colorful. And
Mhm.
those are the ones that tend to have a more um, thirst for life, we'll call it.
This one, not at all.
I'm sorry, what'd you
Hmm.
say?
But this one, you're saying, just does not have any of that.
No, no, it's sad.
Something doesn't seem right here.
Okay.
Hmm. Interesting speculation here, but it doesn't sound like there's anything that we can particularly do.
No.
Mm.
No, probably not.
Mm.
Call it informational. All right, to the Abbey.
Indeed.
Let me grab
Goes
you
to the
guys
Abbey.
here for a second. Zoop. Copy. Paste. Yeah, we'll put it there. It sounds like fun. And this will drive Mark crazy. It always does. Da, 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 da. So you are in a field. You're at the Abbey. That black area is the Abbey wall, basically, and this is all you can see within your line of sight.
Huh.
The the gate is right there.
Mhm.
So let me get to the Abbey before you move
Uh,
around and do your stuff.
mhm.
Let me get the Abbey. Yeah, you.
Speaking of which, I'm going to just put myself here because otherwise, those are some steep cliffs I was standing on.
A little bit.
Oh, there is a door here. I just wanted to test the what's it called?
The
The
dynamic lighting.
the dynamic lighting. And I found a door.
There's a door there.
Nice.
The iron gates of this door are unlocked, but you can open them. They squeak, but they certainly unlock.
I mean, we might as well go in.
Is this like the main entrance or is this like some side entrance?
This is the main entrance.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we should definitely go in.
So, as you go in, a couple of folks come out to greet you. Let me make this a little bigger. Boop, boop, boop.
Ah. Okay.
Good morning, friends.
Yep.
Good morning.
So, the road from the village climbs above the mist to a wide ledge where the abbey is perched. Um, a dust, a light dusting of snow covers the trees and rocky earth. The gravel road passes between two small outstone buildings, to either side of which stretches a 5 foot high, 3 foot thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by 15-foot high curtain walls. Belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing gray smoke. So when you come out, you have two folks that come out to meet you. Um, One of them um, is, you know, they the one looks like kind of a cross between almost a human and a dog and you know
Ooh, that's a lot of
something,
crosses.
right? Just a mix of things. The second one, let's see if I have a description. I do. Right, here we go. So the first one is his name is Otto. He's the one more towards the north. He stands a little bit under 5 feet tall. He kind of squats instead of standing upright. He looks like a beardless dwarf with patches of donkey flesh covering his face and body. He has one human ear and one wolf ear, and a protruding wolf snout and fangs. His arms and hands are human, but his legs and feet are, something else, like some sort of beast. And he has a donkey's tail. He can barely speak common, but he laughs like a donkey's bray. And the other creature stands a little bit, about 4.5 feet tall. Um, the left side of her face and body is covered with lizard scales. The right with tufts of gray wolf fur. Between these two sides is a kind of a pale human skin. One of her eyes is a feline, and her fingers and hands resemble cat paws with opposable thumbs. Um, she has a gruff voice and wears a gray cloak with black fur trim.
Okay.
They say,
Uh,
what do you want?"
Oh, we're here to visit the abbey.
Ah,
What?
you're here to see the abbot? That will
Yeah.
be that will be fine. I can take you to I'll take you inside the abbey itself. Come.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is it
Um
just me or do these things seem off?
so they walk over here. The stuff down here below you to the south is a graveyard, by the way. There's a graveyard in the inside of the abbey. Yep,
Okay.
over there. They take you over to this area here. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. You guys can move over there if you want. Jason and or Maddock
Yeah.
and Hat, you moving over? Okay, cool.
Yep, he's walking. He's walking.
And let's get rid of this door for a second. Boop. and they go inside here into the courtyard. So in the courtyard,
Courtyard
you
we
got a
go.
number of things going. Yep, in there. So thick fog that fills this courtyard as if eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot high curtain wall on which stand several guards with their backs to you. Oh, so it seemed at first. It's pretty clear now these guards are merely scarecrows. The wooden doors to the north and east lead to the Abbey's two wings. Um, in the center of the courtyard is a stone well fitted with an iron winch, to which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors, as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden troughs. 2 wooden posts pounded into the rocky earth here have iron rings bolted to them. Chained to one of them is a short humanoid with bat wings and spider mandibles. The quiet is shattered by horrible screams coming from the sheds.
Interesting.
Conclusion: this place is no ordinary graveyard. Ritual. This is no ordinary mausoleum. Abbey. This is
Um. Okay.
so. You can. There's
So the mongrel
entrances.
says, "You can wait here, and I will talk to the abbot and see if he will see you. You can wait here."
Sure.
So the more donkey-like creature kind of leaves back towards where he first was, and the second person is going to go through the door here once I open the door. I'll put it over here a second. Burp. Burp. And he goes burp.
Okay.
So she went inside. So you're in the courtyard. Is there anything you want to do? There's a lot of stuff going on here. So there's the chain creature toward the posts, which are over here.
These posts.
Yep, over there. And there's a number of doors all around here. You can see there's anywhere where you see a rectangle kind of jutting out. There's a door there. Most of them are sheds. I would say the door here is looks more like an official entrance to the north part of the abbey. The door you saw the woman go through is to wherever that is. I guess the west part. And then there's a couple doors here that are, basically part of the tower part of this area. But otherwise, there's a bunch of other doors all over the place. Anywhere where you see a rectangle is like a shed door, and that's where we are. Do you want to check
Okay.
anything out? Or are you just going to wait for them to come back, or what do you want to do?
Did not think that we'd come to a abbey of amalgamations.
Well, I don't want to go intruding into the building, but where was that one creature?
Over
The
here. So you
creature.
see
I
the
don't see a
creature.
thing.
There's no. I'm sorry. I'll reping. I didn't put the creature here because I didn't have a good look for her, but she's right here. Do you see
I
it?
don't see the ping.
Yeah, no.
Do you see
Really?
this
Oh,
ping?
there it
You
is.
gotta.
There it is.
That's my ping. You gotta hold down your click.
Yeah, it's up
Ah,
Over
shit.
there.
That's where the
right
posts are.
here.
So you see a creature chained to the post, flaps its leathery wings, and takes to the air. But it doesn't go far before its chains go taut. She flutters about madly, screaming nonsense.
Well then, what's your name?
At least you're polite.
That's true.
Um, she, um, she definitely seems afraid of you and just kind of tries to flap away. The creature is under 4.5 feet tall. Under that, um, long, stringy black hair hides much of her face, but clearly visible are the spider mandibles and teeth that replace her human mouth. She has the
Oh.
arms and wings of a bat, as well as cloven hooves in place of a cloven hoof in place of her right foot. Um, yeah, she clearly doesn't want to be near you or talk to you.
All right.
Come
Okay.
on, What's your name? I'm just trying to say hi.
It's just flapping around, screaming nonsense. You could very well this thing might be quite mad. You just don't know.
Well then, you be having a good day.
I find that conversation funny. Okay.
Okay. Well,
So the woman comes out once I get her token. She says the abbot will see you. Feel free to go in and he'll talk to you. And off
The
she
way that you
goes.
came, the way that you just came out.
Yes. Yes. And out she goes. So the door is right here. You
Well,
can go in.
I guess we can go in, guys.
I guess we can go in. Oh,
Yeah.
there are significantly more staircases in this place than I thought.
Yeah, there's a top floor to this building for sure, and a top floor to the big building to the north as well.
Who are these dudes?
So
Yeah, there's vibing.
you see, you hear gently sounding music trickling down from above, played on a single stringed instrument by some unseen master. The ground floor is one large
You
50
playing?
foot
Yes.
whoop up one large 50-foot square room with arched leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an iron rack above a fire in the hearth, while above the fireplace a mantle hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper level, while in another corner, a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs surround a wooden table that stretches around the length of the room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table. Um, um, you see a standing on one side of the table is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled, so not to touch her soft shoulders. She seems lost in her own thoughts. A handsome young man in a brown monk's robe gently takes the woman by the hand, and a painted wooden holy symbol that depicts the sun hangs from a chain around his neck. He moves with the grace of a saint.
Damn.
And the abbot says, "Welcome to the abbey. How are you?
Good. How are
Hello.
you? Having a nice morning.
I having I am doing quite fine. Um, what brings you to the abbey?
Well, we're adventurers in the area. We heard about the the Burgermeister's son, was it, being revived, and just in general, uh we came to see what was around, and generally visit the area.
Let's see. Well, since you were here, perhaps you can help me with a task.
Hmm.
I I need a wedding dress.
Hmm.
Wedding dress, huh?
A wedding dress?
A wedding dress.
Yes. This is uh Velasca, and
Hmm.
I have um I have made her to be a bride for Strahd.
Interesting.
Do a perception check, please.
Alright, everyone?
Please.
Bad.
Perception.
Today's a bad day for rolls.
F F.
Bonk.
What'd I get?
I got
16!
3.
Press F to pay respects.
Oh, you guys both got nat ones.
Jason I should say Hat. I call you Hat. Um Hat, as you look closer at the woman, something doesn't seem right, and then you realize this this woman is really a flesh golem
Ah!
that
Hey
has been
guys!
put
She's a flesh.
together from various bodies
Have all the
pieces.
people we've been seeing been flesh golems?
No, you don't think so. He says, I have constructed this person to be Strahd's bride and see if I cannot put um Strahd at peace.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Huh.
An odd but creative
Interesting.
solution to some of the many problems that our vampiric friend poses to
Well,
everything.
Everything? Yeah.
well, Strahd, Strahd is this whole started because Strahd was jealous of his brother and killed
His
his
wife.
brother over a woman who he's going to marry. And that's what started these chains of events. He's like, sure, you could try to kill Strahd to end the problem here, but would really end it? He's a vampire. He will be back. If we can try and cut off the source of the problem and give him a bride to love, maybe that will fix the problems of this plane.
I have my doubts, but I'll be happy to help.
Uh,
He says that's very nice of you. Do you know where you could procure a wedding dress?
Not particularly. Do you?
I don't, but
Hmm.
maybe you could go into town and see if you can find one. If you bring me back a wedding dress, I would be willing to raise the dead for you up to 3 times, should you need it.
Well, that sounds like a pretty hefty reward for such a task. So I see no reason why we shouldn't.
mhm.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Not
Well,
a problem. Do you wish for anything else before you go on your journey? Fine.
would you? Uh, there is one thing that I've been looking for. Would you happen to have any uh enchanted swords or rapiers?
Hmm.
Because
Not
we
offhand.
we recently had to fight off some lesser vampires, and my personal weapon of choice was not ideal for that.
Hmm. See. So he says that is true. You might need that in your quest. Um I can which weapon are you trying to do you want enchanted?
Uh, my rapier. I use it for in general precision.
Perhaps we'll say if I enchant your rapier, I will say that will count towards one of your raised deads as part of payment. How's that? So instead of 3, you'll have 2 and you can enchant a weapon. And if someone else who doesn't have a enchanted weapon, he'll make your weapon a +1 weapon for you.
I find that fair. Would you guys like to trade in part of the deal for something else that you particularly require?
I mean, I don't have an enchanted weapon or anything, so
I think it's just well,
You have what's it called?
he
You
has
have the
something.
smites.
You don't have an
I
enchanted
do
weapon,
have
but
this might, so
you have the divine
I
smites.
don't really need
Yeah,
anything,
you don't
but
need it per se.
yeah. But I'd
Mark
be
needs
willing.
it.
I think that's if you need it, then I think that'd be fine because we still get 2, and I think that's good enough.
Yeah. I already have a magic weapon.
And Jason doesn't really give, or I should say, Hat doesn't really care because Hat's got spells. So
Yeah, Hat
Mhm.
doesn't care at
Yeah.
all.
Cat already has magic. He doesn't need objects for magic.
the abbot turns to Henslin and says, "Hand me your sword,
Here
rapier."
you have it.
Okay. He holds onto the sword. He puts his head down, and the abbot starts to glow, and then rise off of the floor a little bit, and then he transforms into um into a diva, which is an angel in D&D.
Yes.
And-
One of the types of them.
one of the types of angels. And he says a little blessing, and your weapon glows. And then he comes back down to the floor, transforms back to the abbot, and says, "Here you go." And your weapon's a +1 weapon.
As they say, gracias.
Oh my god.
How do I handle that on my Beyond character
You
sheet?
probably have to add a new weapon and make it a +1 sword. Let me see your weapon character sheet.
What would such weapon be called? Would this be called like magic rapier?
Let me look at your character. I never had to do that before to transform it. Let's take a look.
See, there is.
My campaigns, Cursey Strahd. Blah, blah, blah. So if I were to go to your equipment, I could certainly say manage equipment probably and say what +1.
Yeah, there's one that's the rapier +1.
Yeah, rapier +1.
Wait, where is this?
So go onto your equipment tab.
Yeah.
There's a button that says manage equipment. Yes.
Manage equipment. Ah, there we go.
And then where it says filter, just start typing +1 rapier.
Or it's rapier, comma +1, I think.
I think it'll find it either way. Let me see. Or maybe not.
+1. +1.
Oh, I'll try it your way, Ray. If I can spell rapier. There it is. If you start spelling rapier, it says rapier +1.
Ah, there it is. I
Just
didn't
click.
see it there.
Just click add.
I missed it in all of the other stuff.
There you go. Coolness.
Coolness.
Okay.
Magical piercing damage and +1.
Bonus.
Real cool.
Okay.
Let's get on that task.
Fair enough. So we'll say out you go. I'll put you back at the beginning here for a little bit. Let's see. So you head out of the abbey, and I don't need this anymore. And I have 2 of these. Let's go here. And as you're heading out of the abbey, what is this? Ah, yes, no problem. As you're heading out of the abbey, even though I didn't make an icon for Arena, when she gets to the outside the abbey, Arena stops for a second and says, I hear someone calling to me. And she starts to walk in kind of towards the north. So where the heck's the darn yeah, let's do this. Right? If I do that, right? Right towards the north, say northwest. There's like a pool of water on your Kresk map.
Northwest.
Well, very, very northwest. More northwest.
Oh, still inside, still in the town.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
She
Okay.
I
starts
see.
walking towards the pool.
Are you okay?
She says, "Yes, I just hear something."
Should we investigate there?
She says, "I am."
Okay.
Okay. So she gets to well, let's read the description of the pool and I'll go from there. Gak. There we go. So even under gray skies, this pool at the north end of the village shimmers and sparkles. Near its shore sits an old gazebo on the verge of collapse. A wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man, its paint chipped and faded, stands in the gazebo with arms outstretched as if waiting to be embraced. And Arena heads towards the pool's edge, and an image appears in the sparkling blue waters. It's a handsome youth of kind and noble vestige. The sadness in his eyes suddenly turned to joy, and he says, Tatiana, it has been so long. Come, my love, let us be together at last. And Arena gasps and puts a hand
Wait,
on her heart.
the statue says that?
No, the person in the pool says this.
Oh, the person in the pool.
But I will say the person in the pool looks a lot like the statue.
Interesting.
Arena gasps and puts a hand on her heart and says, My beloved Sergei, in life you were a prince and a man of faith. We were to be married long ago. Has this blessed pool called your spirit to me? And she reaches her hand towards the water's surface, and a hand rises out of the water to take hers.
Oh,
Hmm.
So
Um,
we all good? You just kind of hanging out and watching what happens?
It doesn't seem to be trying to like drag her in or anything, does it?
It does not. It's just kind of reaching out, and Arena is reaching out to it as well.
Okay.
that's your problem, yeah.
So they grab each other, and Arena is pulled into the pool and
Whoa, I
embraces
was just
Sergi beneath the rippling waters. You have you have
is she
never seen a happier couple as they both just fade from view and they are gone.
that's it.
what?
What the hell?
As this happens, you hear a peal of thunder just shake the land, and dark clouds coalesce into this terrible storm. And a deep, dark
Shit.
voice from beyond the mountains cries out, She is mine! And you hear a terrible crack as blue lightning comes down from the sky and strikes the pool.
Shit and bought me. What the fuck is going on?
What
Um,
I had to be with him.
Can
Yeah,
you
me
all
too.
make a
I mean,
dexterity check?
it seems like Strahd is angry, but I have no clue what the hell just happened.
A what check?
Dexterity save or dexterity?
Dexterity check, it says, actually. We'll do a check.
Oh, so it doesn't matter to me.
So there is no. Oh wait, here we go.
Uh,
That's how you do it.
Dexterity, you said?
Dexterity.
Where's mine?
Just click on dexterity. Oh, it's a save
I
problem.
got I
But it
got a
doesn't
I got
matter.
a
It's all
50.
good.
I got a 15. It didn't actually roll it in this for some
Yeah,
reason.
it didn't roll it in. Let me try doing the save. Yeah,
Actually, I got 17.
It
15
it
plus
only
2.
does it in roll 20 when I roll
Well,
the save.
I got
not when I roll the
17.
check.
Oh, that's interesting.
Also, my save is more than my check, so it matters.
Okay. It's all good.
I
1 second.
don't have proficiency in it.
So
Oh, I forget the thing. Let's try it. Does this work? Let's see. You know what? I'll just do it the old-fashioned way because I forget the commands. Let's see here. Ah, everyone takes 25 points of damage as the lightning strikes the pool and just destroys the gazebo, the
Wait, 25 after the successful save?
yeah,
Oh shit.
and destroys the gazebo, um sets the figure on fire from the lightning, and the storm slowly just kind of dissipates, but it's still a lot darker than it was before. Somebody is, aka Strahd, is seriously pissed off.
First of all, can't wait to be level 7. Second of all, what the hell just happened there? Did she die or something? Well, at least that would mean that she's not turning into a vampire anymore. But also, Strahd seems really pissed off. What?
Hmm. Remember what the old woman said about souls being reborn?
No.
Yes. Just like half an hour ago. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to take a guess who what her soul was? Whose soul that was?
Um.
So, what do you mean?
Her
Whose soul
boyfriend?
was? Yeah.
But then where did she go?
Evidently, she's with her husband's soul, I guess, or who was going to be her husband's soul.
I'm confused.
I think what we're trying to say here.
The souls get reborn, right? Strahd
Yes.
killed his brother and the bride who he loved and became a vampire. The woman who he killed, soul was reborn into Arena. Arena just went
Okay.
with the brother who he killed, and now Strahd lost his woman again.
I see.
I feel like this is going. I feel like
But hey,
this
maybe
is
the
one.
flesh golem we just as well.
I feel.
Press
I
X to doubt.
now that we know that Strahd knows whose souls are whose, I doubt he would take the soulless Frankenstein's monster that the abbot has created.
So,
And
okay.
also, I guess this is one of the downsides to immortality as a vampire. You get
Guess
to see
is
your friends and lovers die over and over again.
it's kind of a curse, isn't it? Almost a curse of Strahd.
This
Oh,
is
that's the name of the thing.
this
But
is
bump.
That's the name.
That's the name
Crazy.
of the thing.
Crazy how that works. It's almost like the name relates to the story.
It's revolutionary.
uh,
Never would have guessed that, man. That's crazy.
anyways, let's go
So where are
find
you
a
going?
place. Let's go find a place and not die and get not zapped. And then
You can
after,
go back to the abbey. You could go to the town and rest. It's all good.
I'm almost tempted to go back to the abbot and say your thing isn't going to work, but at the same time, I feel like that would be ripping him off.
indeed. So we should try and get that dress. Actually, like, how is there? Let's look around town real quick and see if there's any easy place to find that.
Okay,
Otherwise, let's take a rest.
fair enough. So Hat and Matic, if you want to reduce your hit points by 25, that's just so you can have the
Oh,
practice and know that you
there
can
we
do it.
go.
There you go.
All right, great.
Don't like that.
Neither do I.
He just had to do a save so that there was an illusion of choice.
So you go back and the Burgermeister is there and his wife is there and they're like, "Holy shit! What the hell was that?"
Uh, the girl, Arena, something, something.
It's a long story.
Long
It's a
story.
long story.
Something about reincarnation and turning into a lake, and we got zapped by Strahd. So,
Again.
Ah,
Again,
but anyways, we need to find where we can buy a dress.
you want to buy a
Yeah, it's a
dress?
very long story, and we need
Uh,
a wedding dress.
It's a
Yeah.
long story. Um,
Wow. Um. Okay. Well, small town like this, we don't have the material for that kind of thing. Um. You could go back to Valaki, and that'd be your best chance.
fair enough. Okay. I suppose. What do you guys think? How about my 2 cents is that we should go tell the abbot that it would take a bit, that we'll have to head out of town to get it, that we'll maybe be doing some more errands out of town, but that we'll be back.
The
And
abbot
then
seemed fine. Seemed like if you got a dress within, say a week or so, he was cool with that.
Yeah, no, I think we should be fine. We
okay.
could rest here and then head to the other town, or we could just head. I mean,
Yeah.
either way.
Okay, so you can take a short rest if you want, and you can use your hit die and get your hit points back, right? So you can spend what up to 5 hit dice to get your hit points back. So like for just to explain this, I mean I know Tyler's new, so Tyler, you are a paladin, so they get a D10 of you spend a D10 for hit dice back. So
Hmm.
you could spend so between that and your constitution is plus what? Let me look at your sheet. Your constitution is you get a +2 for constitution. So you
Okay.
can spin a D10 and add 2 and however many dice you want to spin to get your hit points back, whatever it takes, you can
Yeah.
do.
Wait, where do I roll a D10?
That's a good question. So if I go to let me go to here.
I think you have dice like that. Oh wow, that makes it an easy team.
So it looks like if you click on short rest, right,
Okay.
you can check off how many hit dice. I guess you can click on roll hit dice. I guess you can click off how many you want, and then
How many do we get? How many right now?
you can have up to 5 you can spend. You probably need what? The average die would be 5.5 plus 2. So you're going to end up spending about, you're going to get roughly 7.5 points per die on average.
Okay.
So then, however many you need, divide that out, and that's probably about how many dice you need.
All right. I'll try 3,
All right,
and then roll hit die.
go for it. See what it
Oh,
does.
clicking the button rolls 1 hit die.
Does it really? That's just that. Well, you can do it one at a time. There's no
I'll,
reason to do it.
I'll do it one at
multiple.
a time. Okay.
4.
You do that while I get a drink.
9.
However many you got to spend.
4, 7.
Another 9.
When you hit the hit,
Oh, that's
when you
good.
roll the die, does it check off the box for you?
No.
No, you just need to check them off yourself.
Bastard. All right.
I actually had 4 checked off already because I hadn't reset it since the last time. It didn't reset when I took the long rest for some reason.
So wait, I got
4.
4 hit dice and got 4, 7, 3, 7, 18, 11.
Oh, sick. I got 25. That's great.
7, 14, yeah, 25, you're right.
I've used 3 of them, and I'm only 3 away from my max HP.
I used 3 to get 3. No, I used 4 to get 3 away. I was nowhere near as lucky.
4.
I could use another one.
6, 18, plus 4 is 22, so I'm 3 away.
All right.
I
I
mean,
guess
you
it's not
already
worth.
got 22. Yeah.
I guess it's not worth it for me to
For 3 hit points.
do another one for the 3 hit points.
Jason, you got to add yours back, dude.
Did you roll your hit dice? Did you roll a hit
I
dice?
just got back. I was
Oh,
taking a
okay.
drink.
He stopped
all.
as well.
Yeah.
I didn't know he wasn't
Wait.
there.
Wait, what did I have to add back? That's all I heard.
Put your hit points back,
Hit
whatever you
dice.
spun for.
Oh, I got my 25 hit. I have to spin for hit points back.
Yeah, your short rest.
Oh, short rest hit dice. What was the short rest button? That's a short rest. There we
towards the
go.
top. There you go.
Can I just use all my hit dice?
You can, but
Use-
you only get 5 hit dice per long rest, right? So if you want to rest again later on, if you have a reason to, you only have, then you have 0
Okay.
left if you use them all up.
If
Okay,
you'd like and if you need to, you can use them.
It
You can do
didn't
them
tell
one
me how
by
many I got
one.
back.
Yeah, okay. You gotta click on short rest, and you gotta click on the right side that says roll hit die, and then you just gotta. You can do it one by one, but just see how many you use up before you get close
I
enough
get
And
to
I
your.
7
think
hit
you only
points.
get back 3 hit die per long rest or something like that. You don't get them all back per long rest.
You don't?
Okay, I healed up. I need to heal up.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, you get. I get 3 hit. I would get up to 2 hit dice back on a long rest. It says.
What determines how many you get back?
I.
Maybe it's like half your level. I don't know.
It says at the end of the character regains spent hit dice up to a number of dice equal to half the character's level. Up to a number equal to total of half of the character's total number of them, minimum 1 die. So there you go. So if a character has 8 hit dice, then you can regain 4 in a long rest.
Is that rounded up or rounded down?
Down.
D&D
Down.
always rounds down.
Okay, so I had 4. I would have gotten 2 back on my last long rest, and then I just spent 3. Okay, so I'm actually out of hit dice anyway.
Okay.
That worked out.
I don't think I really ever used hit dice.
No, we took a short rest after we got zapped by lightning last time.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I
That's right.
used 3 hit dice that time. I used 4. Yeah, I'm also just out.
Okay.
If that's the case.
Fair enough. Jason, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, let me grab a map. Are you just heading to town? Just making sure I know where you're going, because you can go anywhere. I'm just making
To
sure that's where you're going.
Velaki, probably.
Let's check out the what's it called? Let let's check out Lake Baratok on our way back. Let's check out Lake Baratok again on our way back.
Yeah,
See
why
if
not?
our lion friend has returned.
Oh, that's true. Interesting. Okay. So, you head back to the windmill. I got to spin for a random encounter. Man, for a scary place, you never get any random encounters around here.
What is the random encounter really like high, and we're just getting really lucky, or is it like just generally kind of low?
I think you're getting a little lucky. That's all right. To be honest, pretty soon you'd be to leveled up. Whatever you would spin, you'd probably kick its butt anyway.
Nice.
At least I think so. I have to go back and look. All right, so you're back at the tower, right? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So at the tower, the two wagons are still there. And there's a door.
In one of the wagons or in the tower?
No, the door to the tower is there. The two wagons are there. Nothing has really changed. Make a
Is
perception
the door to the
check.
tower open?
Nope.
I am not touching that again.
What did you say? Perception.
Yes,
Again?
please.
More perception checks.
Good stuff. Oh, hey.
Perception. I can't find
Perception
perception.
is a
There it is.
common skill.
What did I get? 18.
So except for Matic, everyone else notices that the wagon for the lion guy, as you call him, right?
Well, he
that
hasn't given
has.
us a name. I don't think. Has he?
I don't know if you ever asked him. Okay, we'll call him Lion Guy for
Yes.
now.
We met him, but I don't think he ever gave us a name. I could be
I
wrong.
think it was okay, but regardless, his cart has moved since you've been gone. So
He's been here.
he's been here. The other cart, who you don't know anything about, or has not moved.
Alright, say we check out if that guy's here.
Let's knock on the door to the carts.
There is, well, the one cart doesn't really have a door per se, unless you're going to go into where the lion was, and the lion's not in the cart.
Okay.
The other one does have a door. It's locked.
Scarp goes to knock on the door, and he's like, "You know what? One of you guys do this."
The wagon or the door to the tower?
Not the door to the tower. The wagon.
Okay.
Sure there's no one in there?
I don't. No one's answering. You don't hear anything. What are you trying to do?
I mean, it sounds like you want us to make it so there's no longer a door to this wagon.
I just said it was locked. Don't take my inflection for anything.
I was asking Mark.
Did somebody knock?
Well, I thought you were alright, fine. I'll knock on the door and ask if anybody's in there.
There is no answer, and there's just a sign on the door that says "Keep out."
I feel like everywhere we go.
Well, we
it's-
were told to meet someone here, so
This is the second time we have been here.
I would assume that we are some sort of exception because we have been invited.
I mean, if we're invited, it usually means you're allowed in, right?
Yeah, hey, I mean, last time we got to a door that said keep out, we broke the door down, so can't do
We
much worse than that.
we did. When was that?
With
Coffin
the
makers.
coffin guy, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well,
See,
we did
Mark, he
have
doesn't
very
even remember.
reliable. We did have very reliable information,
That's true.
and we did know that he was home. It was just being
True.
grumpy.
Well,
So there's
Can
that.
somebody like hit the what's it called, the door to the tower without getting close so we don't get struck by lightning again?
I mean,
You
I
can
could
try
throw
it. So
something at it.
just to reiterate, because there is a picture of the door in pinned in
There's a try.
chat, right? But the door is made of iron. There's no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed symbol, a connected series of lines with 8 stick figures around it. Carved into the letter above the door is a word Kazan. So you got the door, you got the little symbol with the stick figures,
The
and you got the word above the
stick
door.
figures.
I'm sorry?
The symbol with the stick figures.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
it looks like.
No,
You
I
can
go
go
with
look at it.
symbol.
There's a
No,
picture of it.
Mr. Toppeth,
I go with symbol.
would you mind um hitting the door with something that you could use to knock from like
I have mage hand.
like mage hand. I was thinking firebolt for some reason for a second there, just hitting with firebolt. But yeah,
I
that mage
cast
hand.
mage hand,
Uh huh. You cast Mage Hand,
and
and
I knock on the door.
Knock on wood, my friend.
I suggest we stand back first.
Good idea.
That is the plan. That's the point of the mage hand.
got it. Nothing happens. I'll also just to reread the tower, right? Just so you have a description of the tower, right? Blah 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 blah. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side, where a large gash has split the wall.
Wait,
Time-worn griffins and their wings and flasks cover the moss and perch atop buttresses that support the walls.
is part of the wall open?
You can go around and check, yeah, get a better look at it.
Yeah.
I'd
Okay.
assume it would have broken from the top towards the bottom, so not sure if it would be accessible.
I would say 1 second. Um, dang it.
That's usually it's usually how buildings decay.
Here it is. Thank you. Sorry, I just want to be able to read my map. So I would say this um this this tower is, we'll say, 4 stories tall, it looks like. You see scaffolding that goes up to the 3rd floor, and on the 3rd floor you do see a gash in the wall, but you have to climb up this scaffolding to try and get up there.
That sounds like a quick way to get electrocuted.
Given our past experiences, yes.
Yeah, I have to agree.
So
It's up to you. You can do anything you want.
this door, huh?
You got a door, you got scaffolding.
Okay. Silly suggestion.
Okay.
would it be weird to think that the stick figures are supposed to be a sort of ritual dance?
Uh, I was thinking that they had some sort, maybe some sort of code relating to the word, but perhaps.
Yeah, the carved into the lintel above the door is the word Kazan. I really do not see what could relate to the word, unless you can find something.
Kazan, was it?
Yes.
I have no clue what that means.
I don't know either. Don't look at me.
I do not see any obvious connections.
Hmm.
Whatever you want to do.
So, i- so is someone gonna? So wait, you're proposing that we dance in front of the odd door?
Well, I think it's what the thing for this is a bunch of stick figures with different positions for their arms. The problem is there appears to be no direction to it.
The
No direction or order. So I'm not sure.
all I can tell you is that the stick figures make up a circle around the symbol.
Lines.
Yep.
Mhm. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a sequence. There does not seem to be anything depicting a sequence.
Hmm.
So
Color me confused.
Yeah, I'm.
Whatever you want to do.
it's on structures in these different positions. Mhm. I mean,
Eh.
Hey, I've always wanted to see a dancing hobgoblin.
this isn't quite so exciting. It's just
It's not as
what
exciting.
direction. What I mean, this dance is literally just: do you hold your arms up, down, or do you T pose? It's really not. There really is not much to it.
Okay.
Mm,
Would you like to give it a shot?
you know, I suppose I'll see.
Okay.
I'll see what happens. Just as
So you're gonna do the Macarena.
basically holding,
Um,
like doing a, you know,
are you
like
just what? How are you doing this dance?
all it appears that I would sort of just stand with first like arms up like a referee and saying that a field goal went in. That seems to be the first thing.
Are you going around the circle? Or you
Yeah.
just okay?
No, I'm following the line
Oh, you're
from
following the line. Okay, I'm just
from one
asking.
end to
Okay.
the other.
All right.
So
Cool.
hold arms up, left down, both out to the side. It seems
You're
both down. Trying to follow this as best I can. Both back up, right down, out to the side, both down again.
okay. So you follow the line and go through the sequence.
Yes.
Okay. The door swings open.
Oh
Well,
my god, I can't
what?
believe that actually fucking worked.
Well,
Are you
what?
serious?
Holy shit.
I was just making a Mother 3 joke out of that. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing, Ray.
I was making a Mother 3 joke out of this, and it worked, huh?
Oh, that's funny.
This was not the intent. Um, uh, I, I suppose we're free to go in.
I suppose so.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Okay.
I won't tell you what happened if you did it out of order.
Ah. Oh, okay.
We
That
would probably get electrocuted.
by a
Oh,
young
wait.
blue dragon.
Oh,
What?
you said what?
So you go in. As you go in, um, your magic items and such are no longer magical.
I suppose I will have to return using my glaive then,
Okay.
considering my sun sword no longer has a blade.
Okay. This is a pretty I didn't bother doing the map for this. It's a very small map. So you go in and there's um a tattered curtain that's in front of you. You go through that and there's a what is this? This octagonal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Um, eight-sided room, right? And you see the flagstone floor is strewn with debris, and a few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain that you came through to the south partially obscures the tower vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to a taut iron chains that stretch up through a similarly sized hole in the rotted wooden ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall clay statues.
Interesting.
So you got a
Uh,
platform and you got 4 chains, and next to each chain is a statue. And a bunch of crap on the floor, basically. Parts of the ceiling, um, and so forth.
hello, is anyone here?
Hello, it's like an echo.
Okay, so you shout up.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Do I awaken it?
You
Awaken
hear
any
a
vampires?
voice from the top say, "Come on up."
Well, that's inviting.
All right.
Let's head on up.
Okay. How do you do that?
Is there stairs?
No.
No.
Same
Uh,
problem.
is the ceiling a ceiling? Or is there a hole in the ceiling?
There's a big hole in the ceiling. And
Ah,
there's a hole in the ceiling. Those chains that are connected to that platform go all the way up through holes in the ceiling. And you
let's
hear
climb then.
someone say, "Just stand on the platform."
All
Well,
right.
they would know. They would know better than us about this building.
Well, let's stand then.
Move up.
Standing.
Okay. So the 4 of you stand on the platform in the center of the room.
Yep.
The 4 clay statues come to life and grab the chains and start pulling on the chains, and the platform slowly rises off the floor.
Okay.
It's
That
a
could have gone much worse.
it's a bit of a jerky ride, but you go up and you get to the second floor. You see dust and cobwebs in an empty room on the second floor. Um, the wooden floor is badly rotted and partially collapsed. Um, you keep going, assuming you don't jump off to check it out, but you keep going. You get to the third floor, and the third floor is, I mean, you see the gash along the northwestern wall, but generally speaking, the third floor is basically destroyed. There's nothing there, but I mean, there's black mildew on the walls. The floor, I mean, you don't even know if it would support your weight, but it's
The
still
works.
kind of there, right?
The works.
Yep. Um, you get to the fourth floor, and this seems to be in good shape. So, unlike the levels below, this room shows signs of recent of habitation. Although the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with matching chair, bright tapestries, a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Um, Light enters through arrow slits as well as through dirt-caked windows and broken shutters. Other features of the room include a standing suit of armor and a wooden chest. Old wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower roof, which has somehow remained intact. Mounted to the rafters are pulleys which hang iron chains, which supports the tower's elevator platform. And standing in there is Lion Man.
Ah,
Hi. Good
glad to see
afternoon.
you.
Good
You have
afternoon. Thank you for helping me escape the city. That was a close one.
What
escaped.
was the deal with the lion?
Hmm. He says, "Yes, I guess I have some time to explain. Have a seat and we can talk." He says, "My name is well, let me just get his whole thing here 1 second. Drew.
Yeah.
Um darn, where'd he go? Oh, here he is. Thank you. Whoop. He says, "My name is Rictavio. Pleased to meet you."
Pleased to meet you too.
He says, you can see he's
Have
kind of
you?
like an old man, but he seems kind of strong for his age, and you know, he defies, he keeps in good shape. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
He says, "I am a vampire hunter, and I have come to try to rid Strahd of this world. I do not have long left. I'm getting old, and my time for vampire hunting is slowly running out. But I wish to try and kill this vampire as the culmination of my life's work against that hateful breed." He says, "My apprentice seems to have been here at one time. I do not know where she is. I fear she might have done her own assault on the castle Strahd. I have not seen her. Her wagon is below,
Hmm.
but she's not in the wagon. I have not really looked inside. She likes to keep her wagon booby trapped, so I don't usually go into it.
I see. And
Oh,
the lion is an accomplice in your endeavors to defeat vampires.
The lion was but a means to an end. Strahd employs these gypsies, right, around the area, the Versanti. Most of them do their bidding, especially there were some particularly evil ones near the town of Valaki, and my plan was to loose the tiger um, upon the gypsies and try to take some of them out. It is good to try and take out the vampire's allies before you make the main assault on him. Unfortunately, some kids, those meddling kids, um, released the tiger by accident into the town, but I have him in a safe place now.
Good to hear. Uh, we fought some vampire spawn in a house, which drew the guards away.
Ah, very good, very good. A plan worth. If there was going to be a good story about saving someone like me from, who has fought against vampires his whole life, that would be the way to do it.
so
He
told us
says,
here.
I've been trying to wait for the right time to strike at the vampire. There is. I cannot win on a straight up confrontation against him. Um, I am waiting. I believe that Strahd will hibernate in his coffin sometimes for years when things are quiet. I am biding my time, waiting that to happen again before I make my way into his castle.
Hmm.
He is an interesting foe, and I've been have various means to hide from him, and I've been trying to hide in plain sight in the town. He knows that I am somewhere in this realm. I've been using this disguise and other means of keeping from him scrying and finding me. But when things got a little dicey in the town, I had to find somewhere else to go. He is unlikely to look here.
Well, if you're waiting for him to be resting, then you'll probably be waiting until after our eventual attempt at the castle, considering he seems to be interested in battling adventurers.
Indeed. I I do not know what else to tell you. I try to keep away from folk. I've because of my um work against the Fasanti. There is a curse upon me, and those who work with me end up dying. So I tend to do my vampire hunting alone. I know my assistant is looking for me, but I don't mind talking to her or to you for short periods of time. But I do not work well with others because of the curse.
I see. Well, if you can't work with us, then perhaps that we can derive some wisdom from yourself. Um, we are so of the what are they called? The people that the fortune teller.
Yes.
So of those people, one of the ones less loyal to Strahd, gave us these fortunes to look for people and locations. Now, at some point within the next few days, probably we'll be heading to the graveyard in the southeast to investigate one possible location for these. Um, but in the meantime, we have something to do for the abbot of the northwesterly town uh, as payment for my sword and for some opportunities
Hmm.
for revival later. Um, but in general, out of these fortunes, is there anything else that you know of that could help us track down information about the vampire?
Interesting. He looks over the cards and let's see. In fact, I gotta look over the cards. Give me 1 second. I haven't looked at the cards in a couple weeks. I'm sorry. Let's see. And my notes are buried now because I've done too much work since I wrote it all down. I gotta find it. Let me go to do.
It's in the pinned messages.
Yes. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at something else as well that I can't put my hand on at this second for some reason. Oh, here it is. Duh. Let's do this. Oh, you know what? This is easier. Um, yep, yep. Gotcha. He says, hmm. 1 second here. Yeah. He takes a look at the broken one card. And oh, maybe not. I changed my mind. I want to say this one. My bad. Back. Sorry, I got my cards mixed up. Let's do this one more time. Wait, what? Don't give me that. One second. What is going on here? Um. Oh, well, duh. Um. All right. So let's do this. Let's just say. Oh, I see. This one. Okay. So I'm going to say sure. Sure. So yes. So 1, 2, 3. Got it. Got it. All right. I'm there. So yep. All right. So yes. Yes. So this one is right. Okay. Right. Okay. I am right. All right. I got it. My apologies for being headstrong. Or not listening to myself. So he says, yes, these readings, um, one second. Are you there? These folks are very good at these readings. Um, there seems to be, I would say, this wall of bones and this chandelier and table of bones. An enemy's long forgotten. I think this might refer to a location inside of the castle itself. That
Strahd's castle?
yes,
Oh, wow.
I have heard that there is a hall of bones inside of the castle. Evidently, there's something in there that might help you.
So that's something that we should seek once we're on the final approach to our enemy.
I would say so.
Also, I know we still have like close to like an hour left, but this might be the first time we've had a Curse of Strahd run without any combats.
Yeah.
A
Well,
lot of flavor.
I got a like basketball tomorrow morning, so if we could finish by like 10:45, that'd be. But
We
if
can
not,
finish up
we can.
shortly. That's okay. We can finish up
Yeah.
shortly. It's all good.
Yeah. My mom just sent me a text asking if she could talk to me because I have to like. We have a tournament this weekend, and she has to tell me like what papers I need to give like my coach tomorrow. Do you mind if you
All
give
right.
me like 2 minutes?
If you want, we can finish up in like maybe 10, 15 minutes, or you want to stop right now and go talk.
It's up to you guys. I don't.
Why don't you talk to your mom and then I'll finish up a little bit and then we'll call it a night.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. I'll just also add while he steps away real quick that when he looks at the card of the broken one, he says, "Well, based on that description that the person, the fortune teller gave you, um, it is pretty obvious who the man would be that he envied above all. It would be his brother who um, stole won the heart of his love.
Hmm.
So I would say the tomb of the man he envied would probably end up being his brother.
Interesting. Would you happen to know where this man's tomb is?
Um, 1 second. Wow. Sorry, typo. Let's see. That's also in the castle.
Also in the castle. Fair enough.
Well,
So you could take a couple second break here if you guys want to discuss what you want to do next or any other questions you want to ask him.
okay. Also, while I'm here, just gonna mention out of character here that I decided to look up the stat block of a young blue dragon, and oh boy, did we dodge a bullet on that one.
Yeah, they're pretty buff.
Yeah, that might have been a group wipe. It's a good thing you dance well, Ray.
That it's a good thing that I could see the door and read the stick figures.
Why the heck is the puzzle dance or you get electrocuted and killed by a blue dragon?
I
You
I
know,
don't know. I think Tyler's back. I saw his microphone bump. You there,
Yeah, I'm
Tyler?
wait,
back.
Okay.
real quick, Ray.
it was literally just a puzzle in Mother 3 that's
Yeah,
dance
I was
or
about
you
to say,
get
this is literally a puzzle Mother 3.
electro, or it's dance or you get or dance or you get zapped by the fat guy standing next to you.
Yeah.
That almost sounds like a a good new status for Jason in Discord.
What, dance with the blue dragon zaps you?
I don't know, something like that. You always have something crazy.
Dance
That'd be a
or
pretty funny,
die.
I'm not going to ask you why Canada doesn't exist.
Canada doesn't exist, bro.
Why doesn't
I've never
Canada
seen
Canada?
it.
Yeah, exactly. So Tyler hasn't seen it. Man, Canada doesn't exist.
Actually, no, I think I have been there
But
before.
but
So
you
Yeah,
have
I've been there
seen it.
twice.
You've been in
that doesn't mean
Canada.
it exists though.
Doesn't mean it exists, man. It's all ruse by the government.
Just
I'll
like
just put it as
birds.
mine.
Just like birds. Yeah, birds don't exist
Birds
either.
don't exist.
Birds are just government drones.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
there. I put it as mine. I put it as mine.
Thank you, Ray.
All right,
Yes, we get
moving
zapped.
on.
So moving on. So why all I did while you were gone, Tyler, is say that both of those card locations the vampire hunter thinks is in the castle for the two cards that you don't know
Yeah,
Okay.
or don't
the
think you know or whatever.
anarchist and broken one.
Yes. So on the let me get to I want to be here. Sure. So he says, you know, there's probably a number of things you can do. You know, it'd be good to again reduce number of allies that Strahd goes if the four of you are really planning on taking him on. Um, you know, south of the winery, there is a hill that I believe you folks visited at one time. I hear,
Yes, we've seen it.
Oh,
and
that hell.
yeah, that hill. Um, that might be worth investigating sometime soon. I think you are powerful enough to handle whatever lies there. There's is definitely some evil druids there who are, you know, going to make some another assault probably on the winery at some point.
Fair enough.
Mm.
Um, rip. Um, hold on 1 second. He says, in addition, you know, there is also a haunted ruin that might be worth your time as well.
Where is this haunted ruin?
He says, let me find the map. 1 second here. Oops, fudge. Hit the page down thing. Man, I am just absolutely bad with a keyboard tonight. Let's see. That
What sort of haunted
is
ruin? Like a tomb?
well, one thing at a time. Let me get the dang what? Oh my gosh, Paul, you are useless tonight. I swear to God. Burp. So that would be so if you're at the lake, right?
Yes.
If you go, so that's on like that north road, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's like a south road, right? Instead of the north road. And there's like a
Um.
spur that goes off of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's at the end of that.
It's like that tiny town-looking thing in the middle of like the fields, right? Like right on the edge of the fields by the
Yeah,
near the
that's
river.
that's the place. He says it's a ruined mansion. Um Once there was an order there that went against Strahd, and one like a lot of folks that seem to fight Strahd, they were not successful. Um it was the Order of the Silver Dragon.
Interesting.
And yeah,
How many
he's like
orders are around here?
it's definitely a place of unrest and worth investigating, you know, and probably clearing that area out.
Okay.
He says you can certainly. You told him about the abbot, right? Or you
Yes.
mentioned him briefly. He's like, yes, the abbot is quite mad. He's been here too long. He was once a holy creature, but this plane, these plains of Shadowfeld will corrupt you over time if you stay here too long. And he has definitely been here too long. He is not what he once was. I'm not saying not to get the the uh, the dress for him if you can find one, but just
Indeed.
keep
We
in mind
already
he is not the person he was. That's all.
honestly I don't like he claims to have a solution and I don't personally believe it will work. Uh but we do all I personally already partially owe him for the upgrade to my rapier. So I do intend to look around, try and get him what he wants.
That is fair. I do not think any harm will come from it. But, just keep in mind what you're dealing with. Those creatures that go in the Abbey, my understanding is somehow he was tricked by Strahd and he actually created those monstrosities.
Hmm. Interesting.
At any rate, you're free to rest here if you want for a little while, or you may be on your way. I would not say that you should stay here overnight, lest you risk the curse that I have fall upon you, and that's the least thing you need if you're going to confront Strahd at some point.
Fair enough. Um, so I suppose then, if we shouldn't rest here long, we should head over to town then.
That's fine. Okay.
So, checklist, dress, Abbott, um, hill, mansion, graveyard. Fair
Okay.
enough.
You got a long checklist.
Indeed,
Okay.
it is quite the checklist.
Um, I know Tyler's running out of time and he has basketball and stuff going on, so uh, maybe we'll call it here, right? You
Be seeing
guys
you.
can level up to level 6.
Level
Um,
6, got it.
I would say so. You know, Mark. I mean, we're taking you back. I don't. I mean, there's all kinds of things going on, right?